everybody, welcome back, toddlers and preschools. We are so excited that you are joining us for another fun summer where we are going to discover amazing things. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to do some pretty cool experiments because this summer we are spending it in the lab, the Bible lab. And we're going to take a closer look at you and me and who created us, why he created us, and also what happens when germs come around. Uh-oh. We'll see what happens when germs come around. And we're going to take a look at what a good choice does and also what a bad choice does to our heart. So you're not going to want to miss one Sunday here at the lab. And we're going to learn, most importantly of all, how to live a clean and happy life for Jesus because he loves us so much. So, Garrett, are you ready?
Yeah.
Have you set the timer?
Yes. Do you have the ingredients?
Check, I do. Do you have the instruction book?
Check.
All right, then I think it's time for the countdown. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Hit that button.
Why isn't this working?
Garrett, I think we're going to have to work on our experiment timing, don't you? Yeah, we are. Well, we got to clean this mess up, but you head on into the lab and let's have an exciting day learning about Jesus. Oh, hey, Garrett, guess what? I was telling you about last week that I had to go to the doctor to get my ears checked because I wasn't able to hear anything. And what I was hearing was crazy stuff. You were telling me about a tortoise that was ginormous and that you were putting pie in your ears. Oh my goodness. But you know what? I found out I had a cotton ball stuck in my ear. And that's why I couldn't hear anything. Once he took that cotton ball out, whew, I can hear so much better this week. So what'd you find out at the eye doctor?
And I found out at my doctor that my glasses were the wrong prescription.
Oh, so that's why everything was looking big.
Yeah.
So now have you been able to see a lot better?
Yeah.
Whew, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Today we're going to be talking about eyes and ears and how it's important what we look at and what we listen to and how it affects our what?
Our heart.
Our heart, that's right, because everything we do, everything we say, what we look at, what we listen to, what we think about, it all affects
our hearts.
Which then determines whether our temple is clean or
dirty.
Ooh. So let's get going and figure out about these eyes and ears. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
Decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided
Hasn't it been so much fun today? We're back out here taking a break outside of the lab to talk about our eyes and our ears. They're kind of close together, aren't they? But do you know what? They have two very big jobs to do that are very different, because our eyes, which we'll learn about more from Garrett, are kind of like a camera. Everything we look at, it's like it's taking a picture of it and putting it in our mind. And our ears are listening to sound. And so all of the sounds are around us. Do you hear it? I hear birds chirping. I hear crickets. I hear a dragonfly. Do you hear that? I can hear fish that are in the water as they come up and they make bubbles at the top, or maybe it's a turtle. Who knows? But our ears take in all the sound of everything around us. So it's very important that we're careful what we look at and what we listen to, because what we're looking at, it's getting stored in our mind, kind of like a camera. And those sounds that you hear, after you hear sounds, you remember what they are. So it's important what we're listening to. Are we listening to good things? Are we listening to songs that have good words, that are talking about good things? We need to, and we have to be careful what we're looking at. We need to make sure that the books we're looking at, maybe the shows, the videos, the movies that we're watching are good things. If what we're watching, the people are using bad language, they're doing bad actions, they're going bad places, all those things are getting stored in our mind, and we're opening our heart up for those bad things to come inside. And what we're thinking on and what we're listening to, the more we think about it, the more that we're listening to it, before we know it, our hands are going to be doing it. Because what we put in our heart, what we allow to come in our heart, affects everything we do. So it's important, little eyes, what you see, and little ears, what you hear. Make sure that the things you're watching, the things you're listening to, are good things so that your temple can stay clean. And you know what? If you've watched something that's not been good or listened to things that aren't good, you can stop and say, Jesus, I'm so sorry. Would you erase that from my mind? Erase that from my ears. I don't want to think on that. I don't want to listen to that. I want my temple to be clean. And Jesus hears you when you pray, and he will do it.
Look at that beautiful picture, guys. Do you see how the sun is setting? I was just out here taking pictures with my eyes. Do you know that your eyes are like a camera? Everything we see with our eyes is stored in our mind. Everything you look at, it's like you're taking a picture of it, and it's staying in your mind. That's why we have to be careful about what we see and what we're watching, because all of those things are stored in our mind. So it's important what we look at and what your eyes are taking a picture of.
Everybody stand up and say it really loud. You should know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. 1 Corinthians 6:19.
All right, guys, I think that wraps it up for today. Don't forget, be careful what you're looking at. Be careful what you're listening to, because it is important, and you want to make sure that you're keeping your temple clean so that there's only good things that your eyes are taking pictures of and good things that you're listening to. And next week, we're going to come and talk about something that makes noise. What do you have that makes noise? Bring it with you next week, and we're going to have lots of fun.